Somewhere between lost and found, right?
There you go. Just keep the black tires down and the shiny side up, will never
Yeah.
Do we have to record this?
Vern, is mine coming?
We just will get this over with.
Oh, we need order.
Mayor Webster.
Here?
Yes. Laney?
Here. Yes.
Gary is on an ambulance run and will not be here.
Okay, I would assume everybody has read this at least once or twice. Does anybody have any questions for Scott? Or anybody else, for that matter?
I'd like to approach this a couple different ways, and just talk through this agreement and point out some of the similarities. Point out then some of the. Okay. And what I'd like to do is start with this agreement then that Ben Mivens had proposed. Because when you read through it, it read really very similar.
Did you give us a copy of that stuff?
That was the email one?
Oh, I didn't print it. I don't have it no more. It exploded. I got one now. Here you go. Thank you. Mike had given me one thing we were sitting on.
So let's just walk down through these, and where you work through the first two whereas paragraphs and the now therefore. Those are all real similar, about the same language as came from the original agreement. The design and permitting, although it was, I think, entitled something different on the last one, that is the same language that we had in the previous agreement also. Okay, the installation and costs. Again, this is extremely similar to what had been proposed before, where this does say that the owners would install the sanitary sewer extension. In this case, the owners is Mike Van Merven and Jake McCorkle. So anytime owners is mentioned, it's the two of them together. And this system then would consist of the non-clog pump station and a 4-inch force main. Just like the same thing that had been proposed last time that we talked. Okay? City agrees to install electrical service in connections at no cost to the owners. Just to clarify on that, though, and that refers to the lift station, power to the lift station. Okay? And then the city agrees to complete the connection by going from the northwest corner of Van Meveren's property and boring under Blackhawk Road and making that final connection. And that is different than what had been proposed before. Previously, it did just say that the city would bore under Blackhawk Road. And this would have us be responsible for a longer connection there.
How long, what kind of
And
meter
what
are we
would,
talking?
yeah.
Jack was out to measure that today, and he came up with 400 feet or around 440 feet. When he measured it, kind of at a square angle if you go across the road square.
What if you wanted a diagonal, which is the way you would bore it?
Never did have that measured.
And shorten it up 150 feet?
See, what's our cost per foot? Do we know?
The boring's still around $7.
But we're doing an extra 300 feet. The sewer pipe stuff is what?
Couple bucks.
Plus we got to do the digging.
This would say, yeah, we make that connection into the manhole.
And is that $2 a foot, Doug, or $2 a foot?
That's fine pipe.
That's not the.
And I don't know those costs to be accurate. That's just swag from some of the last stuff we've done. Okay? So it's saying all additional costs are the responsibility of the owners. Okay? And that the engineer would provide inspection to ensure compliance. That'd be one of the changes that we would point out from previous drafts. Previously it had said that the inspection be done by the engineer and the city. See the estimated project schedule. It same type of project schedule as what had been in there before. Dates are a little in flux, and then what had said months, like September, now I'd say fall, and what had said April next year now says spring. Because this schedule is an estimate, and the owners would complete the project in a timely manner. The connection fee and the monthly charges, this would say that any of the city's connection fee would be waived, and it's waived for any of the properties that are included in Attachment A. Now, Attachment A will be the legal description that includes Camp Van Meveren, Mike's home, Jake's home, but it's also the property like around Mike's home, so it would include the barn property there also.
That's the same?
Yeah, we had waived the connection fees also in previous drafts. And that the owners would be charged fees for sewage based on its water usage charge, consistent with any other customers of the city. Want a little clarification on that too, Vern, about the charge, because other customers outside the city limits pay time and a half on sewer fees.
We went over this once before. Michael's meters are all business meters. He does not have a separate meter for his house. His house is right in with everything else.
Right.
There's 2 meters out there to be read.
I guess I'm just saying for those meters, anything that's outside the city limits is billed at time and a half.
The time and a half is the same as business rates, right?
No, well, this is only water and sewer, and we only have one rate that applies.
Whatever it is with somebody else, that's the way it is.
Because like some of the folks out there on Provost, if they're not in the city limits, they're charged 150% on sewer.
But businesses were not. When I was on the council, they weren't. That's the best I can tell you. What's your rate for a business?
They're no different than we only have one flat rate for all customers.
A business rate is not a higher rate than a
not
residential?
Water. No, not
then it got changed. Whatever it is, it is.
No, just one flat rate on water and sewer. Additional connections. This is largely the same as what it had been before. That all future properties that are not included in Attachment A, so that's anything outside of Camp Van Meveren, Mike's house, Jake's house, if they would seek service from the lift station, they would be subject to prior approval of the city and the owners, and then it goes through what the connection fee process would be, and that is the same connection fee that had been in previous drafts. Same thing as you work down to the second full paragraph where it's talking about revenue from future connections allocated to the existing customers on proportionate share. And again, that's similar, the same language as what had been in there before. And with the maximum number of connections to be determined by the engineer. That had not been in there before, but that would make some sense. The warranty still has that there would be a 2-year warranty in here after connection. So if there is any installation problems, any workmanship problems with the installation, that the owners are responsible for getting that remedy. The change, the little difference being on the warranty is that in this previous agreement, it had said that a lien on the property stays there so long as the warranty is in place. And it hadn't really been an issue because the lien on the property would have also been involved if we were financing. So that's a little something different. So we don't have any security on that warranty right now.
So there's like no bond, it's just pretty much...
No bond.
Okay.
Isn't the engineer bonded?
For the engineering work, you would be, not for construction.